Kia ora koutou. Markie here, back again after an enforced gap with a part 2 video, a follow-up on how to deal with retroactive jealousy nightmares. So if you recall, maybe you don't recall, if you haven't watched the part 1, go and watch it now and don't come back until you've finished. We talked about where nightmares come from, where dreams come from. They come from the unconscious or the subconscious, and there are ways of programming the unconscious mind to change things. So first of all, we said that if you do general recovery from retroactive jealousy, you'll stop having the dreams, because the dreams are a message from your unconscious about unresolved issues that need healing. It's like a little reminder to get well. So general recovery, so therapy, counselling, all the specialist services, e-learning, whatever it might be, that will help with the nightmares. And specific work around the unconscious, so hypnotherapy. So one of the things I offer is, as well as psychotherapy, I offer hypnotherapy for retroactive jealousy. I only offer that face-to-face because it's quite difficult to do. You could potentially do it over Skype, but it's not as effective. So I offer that face-to-face and that's as a part of recovery. That's not the whole of recovery. So things like hypnotherapy, and we also looked at symbolism, so things like dream catchers, anything that relates to beliefs, because the unconscious and subconscious likes beliefs. It also likes metaphor, and it likes ritual. One of the things I touched upon was ceremonial magic, which I'm a little bit wary of talking about because people get kind of very excited about these things and I think it's all to do with the devil, blah, blah, blah. Whereas actually there's a big body of belief that says that a lot of magical practices and occult practices are actually, they work through the unconscious mind. They are the language of the occult, as we touched on before. So I mentioned a particular ritual that comes from Kabbalah. I'm going to mention something else that comes from something called chaos magic. And that's a word that frightens people because they think chaos magic is about kind of creating chaos and kind of creating a realm of satanic chaos on earth. And chaos magic isn't called that for that reason. It's called it because it kind of, they throw out the rule book, and it's a very free-flowing tradition where you can bring in all kinds of different elements and different archetypes and different techniques. If you're interested in that, loads of videos on it, but what I'm specifically going to suggest and recommend here is something called sigil magic. And sigil magic, it makes it sound like you're kind of writing the sigil of a demonic entity. You're not. You're creating your own sigils in sigil magic. And you start with a short statement, and then you take the letters from that statement, scramble them into basically a pretty picture, and you look at that picture without thinking about what it means. The meaning goes therefore from the conscious mind into the unconscious mind. You let go of what the meaning is. You look at the pretty picture, and that kind of embeds itself deep down in your unconscious mind. So check that out. If you look up sigil magic on YouTube, you'll get loads of videos. There's some really good ones, quite short, snappy. It takes minutes to do sigil magic, so give it a try. It doesn't involve demons or long-legged beasties or the devil or anything like that. So that was the last video. One of the things that I said that I wanted to return to in this one is recovery from the nightmares. So we talked about prevention, but also recovery. And I also wanted to talk about lucid dreaming. So whether I'll get all this done in one video or not, I think I'll probably go into part 2. So just give you a little teaser for part 3 is can retroactive jealousy be so severe, so disturbing, so distressing that it can cause post-traumatic stress disorder? Okay, just think on that for a moment and we'll return to that in part 3. We'll also look at recovery from retroactive jealousy nightmares in that video as well. So in the remaining parts of this video, the 4 hours that we have together. I want to touch on lucid dreaming. And again, I'm only going to talk about this sort of fairly briefly. I'm going to explain what it is, because there's loads of good information about lucid dreaming out there. So lucid dreaming, basically, people think it's all very... It's not. It's simply a series of techniques and practices which enable you, when you're dreaming, to know that you are dreaming. How do you think about that then? That's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I have myself only had very brief experiences of lucid dreaming, but they've been pretty cool, because, you know, when you wake up in the dream world, you can do anything. You know, you can have anything. It's a sense-surrounding experience. It's, you know, no movie, no music, no experience can really match that for you to create your dream reality around you. So that's pretty cool. But most of the point, if you can be lucid in your dreams, you can change them. And if there's anything you don't like, you can shift it. And you can change things around. You can, I don't know, you can beat out the baddies if you want to. Those are not really baddies, are they? But, you know, whatever feels right. So check out lucid dreaming. Loads of videos on YouTube. Have a look around and see what you find. I will be back soon with part 3, not tonight, because all this talk about dreaming is making me sleepy. I want to go to my bed. So wishing you sweet and pleasant dreams. We will return to this subject after I've had hopefully nice dreams, and we'll catch you soon. Take care.